You won't believe what just happened to Bahati Kenya. After dropping his controversial hit Seti, Bahati is now breaking down in tears following a shocking move by Dr. Ezekiel Mutua.
You must know the rules governing this industry, and when you do adult content, we rate it for adults.
But here is the twist. Despite skyrocketing views, the song has more dislikes than likes on YouTube, and the backlash has exploded online. And that is not all. Wait until you hear what Dr. Ezekiel Mutua has said. In a dramatic statement, he has called out Bahati and warned artists to stop chasing clout and instead create family-friendly content. But here is where it gets even crazier. Rumors are swirling that the Kenya Film Commission Board might actually take down Bahati's new song entirely. The tension is at an all-time high, the industry is on fire, and Bahati's emotional reaction has fans divided. Stick around because what happens next will leave you absolutely speechless. But wait until you hear what happened behind the scenes that nobody saw coming. This story has more twist than a Kenyan drama series, and what Dr. Ezekiel Mutua has just revealed in his statement is absolutely jaw-dropping. With the statement now making rounds on TikTok, Dr. Ezekiel Mutua printed out this: "To all our artists, content doesn't need to be dirty to sell or to be impactful. You can do clean content and still be famous. You can be creative while respecting the limits of common decency. The gift God has given you should be used to shape society, inspire hope, and contribute to national development. I urge you, my brothers and sisters, to use your talent and creativity to uplift, not to harm society. I understand the temptation to chase attention through sensationalism in today's social media-driven world, but I believe there is a greater value in clean content that is appropriate for the family to enjoy. Msanii ni kioo cha jamii, an artist is a mirror to the society, but we also have a duty to protect our culture and our moral values." After disappearing from the music scene for an entire year, Bahati Kenya made what we thought would be the triumphant return. The former gospel sensation dropped a song called Seti, and within 24 hours, Kenya has been divided right down to the middle. But here is where things are absolutely getting insane. The song is trending, climbing up the charts, racking up views on YouTube and at lightning speeds, but something is terribly wrong. The dislikes are pouring in faster than the likes. Fans who once celebrated Bahati as a gospel icon are now leaving comments that would make anyone's heart sink. His own wife Diana Marua publicly distanced herself from the project, saying she needed to protect her brand, and then Dr. Ezekiel Mutua entered the chat. Diana Marua, Bahati's wife, a content creator, came out with a public statement yesterday which went viral within minutes, and Diana made it crystal clear she wanted nothing to do with Bahati's new musical direction. "I need to protect my brand," she stated plainly. Can you imagine your own spouse, your partner, the mother of your children, publicly distancing herself from your work? And to make matters worse, Bahati has woken up today and released a gospel song that has even sparked more rage on the internet than whatever was being visible yesterday. Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, a name that strikes fear into the heart of an artist who pushed boundaries, released a statement that will change everything. His message was very crystal clear and direct, and absolutely uncompromising. Artists must focus on producing clean content that can be enjoyed by the whole family. But it wasn't just a general statement about industry standards. This was targeted specifically to Bahati. The timing was too convenient to be coincidental. Just one day after Bahati's controversial release, Dr. Mutua was making his position known. Now, for those who don't know Dr. Mutua's history, let me give you context that makes this even more devastating. This is the same man who previously cancelled 200,000 shillings in financial support to Bahati back in 2021 over another controversial track. This is the man who has shut down songs from major artists, from Ethic Entertainment to countless others, without hesitation. When Dr. Ezekiel Mutua speaks, artists listen because he has the power to make or break careers. His statement continued with even more pointed criticism. He emphasized that the entertainment industry has a responsibility, a duty to society, especially to young people who look up to these artists as role models. Content that glorifies immorality under the guise of creativity, he stated, referencing patterns he has seen across the industry, has no place in our society. The implications were massive, and Dr. Mutua wasn't just criticizing, he was threatening action. And when you understand his role as the head of the Music Copyright Society of Kenya, his connection with the regulatory bodies, his history of following through on his warnings, you realize this wasn't just an empty threat. But here is where more tension really escalates. Rumors and whispers and confirmed reports have started circulating through the industry. The Kenya Film Classification Board, the very organization Dr. Mutua used to lead, might be considering taking down Bahati's video, not just restricting it, not just getting it, completely removing it from the platform. Can you imagine the panic that must have set for Bahati at this moment? Your comeback song, your reinvention, your entire new direction, potentially arrest, the investment, the production cost, the marketing, all of it down the drain. 24 hours, and that's all it took for Bahati to go down from controversial secular artist back to his gospel roots, or at least that's what it looked like on the surface. Just a day after releasing Seti, Bahati has posted a teaser video, a snippet or a preview of a new gospel song titled Alpha and Omega, the timing suspicious to say the least. Was this genuine repentance, a calculated PR move, or panic mode setting in? The internet detectives have already connected the dots. The gospel song teaser has come right after Dr. Ezekiel Mutua's statement, right as the backlash was reaching fever pitch, right when it looked like the Kenya Film Classification Board might take down Bahati. Kenyans are not buying it, but here is where this story takes another unexpected turn. Bahati just revealed in what seemed like a moment of vulnerability that he is facing challenges releasing the gospel collaboration. Apparently, a Tanzanian artist featured on his track was blocking the release. Whether this was true or just another layer of drama, nobody can confirm. But what we do know is the gospel song teaser has only made things worse. Fans who were already upset with Seti now feel like they are being manipulated. He thinks we are fools, one comment declared. First he releases filth, then when there's backlash, suddenly he's a gospel artist again, another questioned. The authenticity of Bahati's gospel return is being questioned by everyone. Even those who wanted to believe in his redemption have found themselves skeptical. The trust is broken and the credibility is entirely damaged. And the situation was spiraling further out of control with each passing hour, because while Bahati was trying to navigate this storm, trying to figure out his next move, trying to salvage what was left of his reputation, the numbers on YouTube were telling their own story. Let's talk about what really matters in the digital age. The analytics. Seti was indeed trending, climbing up the YouTube charts, generating massive traffic. From a purely numerical standpoint, the song is performing. But dig deeper into those metrics and you'll find a different story, a troubling story. The like to dislike ratio is absolutely devastating, and for every person hitting the like button, 2 or 3 are hitting the dislike button. In the world of YouTube, where engagement metrics determine everything, where the algorithm decides what gets promoted and what gets buried, this is a catastrophe. This view count might have been impressive, but the sentiment is overwhelmingly negative. Bahati, the confident performer, the artist who had always maintained a strong public persona, has broken down. Reports have started emerging. Sources close to the artist are revealing that the pressure has become too much for him. The criticism from fans, the public distancing by his wife, the threats from regulatory bodies, and the disappointing metrics. Dr. Mutua's damning statement, it has all crashed down at once. Imagine being in Bahati's position right now. You take a year off, you plan your comeback, you invest in production, you take the most creative risks, you put yourself out there, and instead of applause, you are met with rejection. Instead of support from your wife, you're met with public distancing. Instead of regulatory approval, you're met with threats of censorship. Instead of a fan loyalty, you're met with mass disappointment. The emotional toll of such a public failure, of such widespread rejection, is something most people will never experience, but Bahati was living it in real time with millions watching. So where does Bahati go from here? As of now, Seti remains on YouTube, but the damage to his reputation is undeniable. The gospel song tease suggests he might be trying to return to his roots, but the authenticity of that return is being heavily questioned. Dr. Mutua's statement hangs over the situation like a dark cloud, a reminder that regulatory action could come at any moment, and Diana Marua's public distancing creates personal and professional complications that won't be easy to resolve anytime soon. This is a story far from over, and whatever happens next, you can be sure Kenya will be watching every single move. What do you think? Should Bahati return to the gospel music, or should he be allowed to explore his artistry without judgment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you found this breakdown valuable, and subscribe because, trust me, the Kenyan entertainment industry never runs out of drama. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and always remember, in the world of Kenyan entertainment, anything can happen and at any time.